call the Arbor One matters. Rico McGuire is the one that I call, but I'm calling all of the cases. Go ahead, try. State your appearances again.
Ellis Friedman for the plaintiff.
Lou Masco here for defendant.
Min Kim also defendant.
All right. I set this hearing today on these matters in an attempt to try to figure out, pursuant to the court's previous order, what had been done and completed. It's indicated that I would receive something yesterday. I received it today. I've attempted. You sent it to me over here. And I'm not entirely sure because of the original email that came to us as to what some of that means. But the green are those, the highlighted green, I'm presuming, to get past the small print here, but the green, I'm presuming, are what's being done. And maybe Mr. Friedman, you can tell me how to read this because I'm trying to figure out. There are ones that are highlighted green.
Mr. Beal's on the Zoom and he can.
All right. Somebody tell me how I'm supposed to read this.
Mr. Beal?
Yeah, the green items are 100% complete. The way this was compiled was Chad Brewer, our inspector, entered all of these apartments after our last court meeting and met with many of the residents and detailed out any complaints they'd told you, any complaints they'd told legal aid, and any new complaints they wanted to tell Chad. So this is a very, very comprehensive list of everything going on in these apartments. A lot of it's new, though, just as of 2 days ago, and it's all compiled here. And then what's highlighted in green is complete, and everything else we're working on today, tomorrow, hiring contractors, following up the contractors, pulling the necessary permits, all of that stuff.
But I guess the green ones are completed.
The green is completed, yes. So, for example, 721 Clark, number 205, which is row 20 on the sheet. The resident said, my faucet drips, and our solution was to hire plumbers, and plumbers has resolved that faucet.
And so that is completed.
Oh boy.
And these are the cases that are assigned that have the landlord tenant. Okay. Let me just put it this way. When I saw this, part of my concern, and correct me if I'm wrong, but of the 20, presuming this list is right, of the...
I dropped out of the call. I'm back in.
All right. Presuming that this is right, of the 21 units that I listed back on February 4th, only 6 have been completed.
On that original order, most of it was related to no heat, and we've determined that everyone has heat. That was the main focus. And then now there's much smaller issues.
Well, there was no heat, there's mold, there were other items that were on that list. And I'm now well into this, and I have 6 units. I don't get it.
6 units where 100% of the issues are complete.
That doesn't mean that there hasn't been progress made on others, however.
I get that, but I also, the court issued an order, and from what I'm seeing on this list, I don't see that it's being done.
Well, in fairness to the contractor, your list had a number of units that are defendants here, and then there also was a list that was provided by legal services of some people who are not involved in the litigation who had what they perceived to be critical issues, which some of them were, and those were addressed. So there were more issues than there were orders, and the had to do some triaging in the sense of what was more, I guess I'll say habitable issues as opposed to other types. So there was some triaging done by the contractor, understandably, given another list from legal services.
Yeah, and 6 of the apartments are now vacant.
Ms. Kim, you were gonna say something?
Yes, Your Honor, just as to this list with the green coloring, I just wanted to point out that some of the work that is alleged to be done, we've spoken with tenants here and they are not done. I can be more specific if the court would like, so.
Please.
For 837 apartment 305,
Say again.
837 Green, apartment 305. It said that she was sprayed for her roach infestation, but the tenant reports it's not true. They never showed up. She has
Is she here?
Yes.
Take your head down. All right, there you go. It's not that cold. All right. What's your name?
Sharon Mitchell Carson.
And you reside at the 837 Green 305?
I didn't even know they said they cleaned my apartment. I just got an email like the day before stating that they were going to come between the hours of 12 and 2.
Today?
Yesterday. They never came at all. And I stayed home. I even told my job I'd be late just to make sure that maybe they might come after. And I didn't leave the house till 5.
Yesterday.
And no one came to spray my apartment. And I took pictures of the roaches that live with me, you know. We share dinner sometimes. Yeah. They got a social security number and everything.
From the roaches?
Oh my God, yeah, they pay rent.
Oh,
That's how many there are.
All right,
Pretty
that's
cool. I was told today that they were identified as German roaches, and German roaches multiply at a faster rate. And that is why when they put
you're an entomologist now.
yeah, actually an entomologist came to my house.
Okay, wow. All right. So this is a problem. If I have my statement was not to be we were in church, so I don't need anybody to sign on. But all right, but appreciate it. I have her here saying it wasn't done. I have a document submitted to the court saying it was done.
You know, I can't even hear myself half the time, much less hear what's going on when I've got people in.
Okay,
behind.
folks, you're gonna have to quiet, please. So this is a problem because she's standing before me telling me nobody showed up. This list that I have says somebody came, and and both can't be true.
It does state on the email that I need to leave the premise once he comes for 3 to 4 hours because they were bombing.
That they were bombing, but they never showed up. So you didn't have to leave. You were just there. Stay right there, young lady. Is there another one or is that just that one that you had?
That is the sample from the list, but also the list does not include a tenant who reported severe repair issues to the court and are part of the order.
I think there's 4 that I identified that aren't on this list that were part of your order, Your Honor.
4, say that again.
I just did a quick.
Yeah, no, that's fine, because I.
4 that were included in your order are not listed on the spreadsheet.
They may have been the ones that have vacated. There's, I think, 6 who vacated.
Well, you said there's
One person.
Go ahead.
on this list, Your Honor, we have a tenant who has no heat as of Monday. She went to the office immediately on Monday to report it. And we received a document from Mr. Beal saying that she reported it just yesterday. And she just showed me her emails and messages and so forth. So she still has no. So we ask that she be added to the order.
Was that you that you were trying to say that to me? It's a whole different thing. But that person with the no heat is not a pending case before me. Is that right?
She has a case before you, Judge Edwina Harris.
Hold it. So, okay. Folks, no, I got you. I'm just trying to make sure I'm following what people are saying. There's a tenant on the list who now has no heat. And that's the one you're telling me that was reported, but then.
Not on the original order from the court from 2 weeks ago, but I was asking that she be added to the list. And I'm.
Because it's a pending case, but it wasn't something that was. Got it. Okay. Now I follow. All right.
Also, while I'm at it, Miss Grove is here and she says her heat is like at 57. She does not know why they think that the heat is repaired when it's not.
What's her name? And what, does she have a case before me?
Yes.
Pardon?
That's the case holder man, for the previous, management was careless in their paperwork, so we could have a list with my name on it.
I'd love to say I remember that, but I,
Cheryl, are we over anybody to talk or not?
that I remember. That I do remember. And then here you are talking. All right. That unit. Okay. And ma'am, what was your name? Yes, you. Yeah, so hold that one. And so you have no heat. Oh, no. I got you. But that's and then fans, right? All right. And so there is no heat. I'm sorry. All right. Yeah. The representation, as the court understood it, that was made to me was that heat had been checked in these units. And I know at the time of the hearing back on Tuesday, I don't recall which tenant it was, had explained that, yeah, that the heat might be working there, but then there are the other rooms that were still cold. And I'll be honest with you, with this young lady sitting here before me right now, I get there's the heating issues, but this young lady sitting here before me right now, and I'm looking at a list that says something's done, and she's telling me that it's not done, is a huge problem. I don't know what to believe, but I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah, I believe her.
I'm looking at the Griffin pest control report that says her unit was treated. That's why I relayed that to the court. But yeah, we need to break.
Mr. Beal, it doesn't work that way. I issued an order that certain things be done. I was supposed to get a list yesterday so that I could more thoroughly go through that list. I didn't get it. I didn't get it till this morning. I did the best I can in looking at this list. This list is telling me, just by way of example, that her unit was treated. Without her being here to tell us something different, the court would assume that it was treated. I don't care where the information came from. I don't care what you looked at. I don't care what was presented in what way. No one makes a misrepresentation to this court about what's done, ever.
We would need the opportunity to bring the Griffin pest control technician to testify to the court.
Well, get him here today. If I'm gonna have to play these games, we're gonna play them by my rules on my turf. Let's go. Let's get him here today. She's here. She's the one that's telling me it wasn't done. I've got a document submitted by the plaintiff that tells me something was done and it wasn't done. You also told me that all the heat was checked, and I still have all of these complaints coming through. Some of them you're telling me are new. I don't know what to believe, but I'm going to tell you, I'm having a hard time believing you guys right now.
Don't lump me in there.
The note
Say
heat in
something, Your Honor. The plumber who came in today spoke with the main office, and I do have the plumber's name. The main office also confirmed that Griffin never came to my building,
The what?
that the Griffin Pest Control never came to my building.
Who confirmed that?
The front office told the plumber when he called, because I let him know that I never had pest control.
Then why is it represented to the court? Mr. Friedman, you better talk to your client, because I do not play that way. You can talk to him, but I don't even want to hear anything right now. I'm going to stand in recess.
I have a 3:00. How about we reconvene with you? I have 3:00 with you.
You better talk to your client, because I want to know. I have no idea. I got 6 things on this that supposedly are done, but now I don't even have that done because she's telling me it's not done.
They said they were gonna probably get to it today or tomorrow, but saying that it was supposed to be done one day, but not doing it and claiming you did it is lying.
Sir.
We just got that list right when you got the list. Well, actually about a half hour later. And things that are in here that they are done, we either have not gotten a permit for, so fixing drywall, or permits were pulled today to do that work, and we have not scheduled an inspection. So, and any of the units pending in your case, no inspections have been scheduled to do the work. 2 permits have been pulled total. And so.
So if it tells me, just if I'm hearing you, so if it tells me drywall's been done, it couldn't have been done, or it was done in violation of the city ordinance because it shouldn't have. Court's gonna stand in recess.
All right.
Mr. Friedman, you better talk to your client.
I will, Your Honor.